Welcome back to another episode of the Provider's Playbook, Australia's #1 podcast in the community services and non-for-profit category. Today, we're going to tell you how you know when it's time to expand, our inspirational quotes and what they mean to us, and finally, how creating programs from your skill set rather than specifically just for people with disabilities could actually be the key to success in the NDIS.
Right, today we're here with the beautiful Zoe. It's Zoe, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
And she's here from Infinite Ability Performing Arts.
Yes.
Which are based over in the Sutherland Shire, which we've just completely hacked out on her about. And also, I believe, a new one opening in the eastern suburbs, correct?
Yes, opened this year, which is pretty cool.
Cool. Tell us all about it.
Ooh, where would you like to start? Anywhere?
Anywhere.
Okay.
Oh, she's a vibe already.
Yeah. Thank you. So, wow, where do I begin? So, I moved to Sydney about 6 years ago. I'm from South Australia originally, and I grew up in a very inclusive house. I have two brothers. One's on the autism spectrum, another one has hydrocephalus. So I just really wanted to, make my career somehow in disability, but also like be a professional dancer at the same time. And so that's why I moved here, and I got a diploma in dance and was trying to make it. But then one day I was like, no, this just isn't for me. I'd rather combine the two loves into one and make a inclusive dance school for people to enjoy. And yeah, here we are. So it's a bit fun,
That's
crazy.
so cool.
That's
so amazing. So what made you like? Oh, so you're a dancer?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
professional dancer.
Yeah.
Oh my god, do you still dance?
Yeah, I work for the Wiggles.
What?
Which is a bit crazy.
Oh my god, now I'm getting the energy, right? Yeah. Yellow wiggle.
I do it casually, so like not too much, but I worked with them last week. I've gone on a few little shows here and there and done a few little casual dance things in the suits.
Yeah.
I did cheerleading for the NRL for 4 years, and I just did like a few
Panthers,
little.
by any chance?
No,
Don't
the
say
Roosters, obviously. About the Eastern Suburbs.
At least it's not the Sharks or the Dogs.
Yeah, no way. I'm not going for the Sharks. No way. But I just I really wanted to be in musicals and like do all the fun like cruise ships and all that. But I don't know, just something switched in me when I started working as a support worker in disability. I was like, shit, I don't want to dance. I want to make other people feel good dancing. Like that's more my passion, and I just love that I could just bring just good energy out of my students and just make them feel like they belong in a dance community, because the dance community, the professional community is not as inclusive, and it's very harsh on how you look, what you wear, body types and everything like that. So I'm just glad that I can just create an environment where no matter who you are, and no matter what your talent is, you're just there to enjoy yourself and just have a good time. Yeah, it's
Love
crazy.
that.
Awesome.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
with the studio, so is that entirely, correct me if I'm wrong, it's entirely people with disabilities that you support?
Entirely.
So
I
isn't
love
that's
that.
So I've seen.
I'm getting so many goosebumps today.
Yeah.
I'm having so many goosebump moments.
Goosebump moments.
Well, you see a lot of dance
Can you
studios.
come to Penrith, please?
Yeah, I'll come out here. Hour 50 drive.
No, but you see a lot of dance studio and other things where people are doing, when they get in their plan and whether they're using CA or whatever to do that, they're just going to, there's nothing that's adaptive. Like I saw one the other day that was a gym specifically for people with disabilities, and you go, that's so world leading, because it's not, because it's almost like there's not enough people with a disability to open a venue because the overheads there are so high. So the fact that you've got this whole space and performing arts studio just entirely for people with disabilities, meaning that everything that you do there doesn't have to be compromised. It can be entirely set up for them.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy. How do you generate that sort of interest and volume? Obviously, you've got the runs on the board in being a professional dancer, but how do you generate that to fill that program to two sites? Yeah,
it's a lot. It was so hard to get off the ground at the beginning, because I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many mainstream dance schools, but there's not a lot like mine. And then also just trying to source out not the right kind of students, but just the people that wanted to dance. It was hard. It was a lot, and just trying to adapt my teaching because I used to do dance teaching on the side, trying to change how I taught mainstream typical students to people with disabilities was a whole different ball game. Like, I'd be so harsh on my main students, like, you got to do this, you got to do that. But then I really had to learn to become very patient and say, okay, these guys, they're just here to have fun. They're here to enjoy themselves and to feel something. So I really just changed my whole way of teaching and just said, okay, they're like, I don't care if they don't point their toes properly. I don't care if they don't kick high enough. Like, as long as they're just doing it and you give that positive reinforcement, they'll just be sweet. They'll just live their lives and have fun. So that's just what I want to provide, just a good, fun, positive environment. And I hope I'm doing that. I started off with 17 students and now I've got 40, which is sick. So
Amazing.
It's just a whole matter of, word of mouth, going into schools, just really advertising that it's for people with disabilities has just, really helped skyrocket that, which is cool.
And so have you had then, you say that obviously that maybe they don't want to be professional dancers, but has any one of your students wanted to become a professional dancer?
Yeah.
Stole my question.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And like, it's such a cool thing that they want to do that. It's amazing. But it's just so hard because unfortunately in this day and age, there's not a lot of people with disabilities out there in the performing arts industry, and it's hard to it's hard to explain that to them, but that's why I've created my competition group so that they do
I
have.
love that. Tell me about that.
Yes, so I've got little competition troops that they enroll to our classes. We have a jazz class, a pom-pom class, and a hip-hop class. Yeah. And we do about 4 competitions a year, so that gives them the opportunity to wear the glitzy costumes, put on the stage makeup, get out on stage.
And what a vibe.
Live their best dancer lives.
And who do they compete against?
Yeah, so at the moment there's, in this specific competition, there's a all ability section. Mm-hmm. So there are a few other little dance studios out here that are inclusive, but there's only about 1 or 2 that we verse. But there was one competition that we first entered in, there was no one, so we won. We got first place and just got the trophies, got the medals. And like, even though it's not even about versing the other the other studios, I just want them to get out there on stage and just have that adrenaline rush of, oh my gosh, I'm about to dance for a big crowd, and I can't wait to show off what I've been working on this whole time. And the crowd just go nuts. They just go absolutely crazy. And that's just, so good. Yeah, that's just my goal. I just want my students to be seen and just show off what, like, if you have the patience and the love to do something like this and you put it into your students, they can thrive. And
that's so good.
Life. Yeah.
And so are you registered?
No.
Okay. So how do you charge your current clientele?
I send invoices at the end of each month, and just do the little the line numbers.
Okay, so it's just plan managed clients.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So what is that then? Do you do it under capacity building?
Yeah,
core
capacity
support?
and core. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not so much the capital one. Not a lot of people I find use that one, to be honest.
Yeah,
at the studio, but
yeah. Cool. That's so exciting. And do you do it in a group setting? Yes.
Yep. So my biggest class at the moment is about 12 students, and they're what's the word? They're catered at they're blocked at different ages. So I've got my teenagers class. I have all the adults mainly do the competition classes and a few teenagers. My eldest student is about 40, and I have my youngest student, she's 8. So just a whole range. Yeah, I know. It's so cute. I just love it.
And so you do age-based programs?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. Do you have like concerts and stuff?
Yes, yep. So we have like an end of year concert every year. So it'll be our second one coming up this year. But we also have been reached out to do a few little gigs in the year too, which is really cool. Yeah. So we're performing at Relay for Life in the Sutherland Shire. So we've got like a little 30-minute gap, and I'll just get all my routines out on there. I have a few private students that work one-on-one with me to do like solo work or like technique work. So I'm teaching them a few little solos to perform as well, and they love it. They're just like, oh, like the stage is mine. Like they just go for it. It's incredible.
So good.
Yeah.
That's so good.
So with what I guess led you to the decision to go, okay, I am going to make this entirely just for people with disabilities, because for us to have the most impact, we need to consider, you know, the business side of that. And that would have been a tough decision to make, because a lot of people want, especially like when providers first register, they want to register for every group, which you shouldn't do. But they try to, because they don't want to, they're worried that, or they think if they have a bigger spread of offerings that they're going to be able to attract more people, where it's quite the opposite, which you found out in already opening a second studio. But what led you to make that decision where you went, you know what, I'm not going to do so much in terms of mainstream stuff. It's going to be entirely focused on people with disabilities.
I just thought, I just saw that there was just such a big lack of inclusiveness in a dance environment, and even at mainstream schools when there are people with disabilities in that class, they're just not focused on by the teachers, because the teachers are obviously focusing on the best of the best in the mainstream class. They just pop the ones in the back that just like don't work as hard or think they're not capable. So, and that's just like, it makes me sad, because that's not what dance is about to me. Like, dance should be enjoyed and dance should be loved by everyone. And I think, just knowing that like people with disabilities would just get shoved in the back because they think they're not capable was just sad to me. So I thought, with my studio, I'm going to make sure that everyone's included, have the right amount of training to make sure that every single student is getting exactly what they're after, and all the exact same training that I would do for mainstream, but just be very more patient with how I teach it, and just really slow down the process so that the patients can lead into amazing progress.
You know what? And I think that's what it's all about. Like, we don't need to adapt so much the curriculum or the outcome. We want the same outcome for someone with a disability. We just need to adapt the support in between to help them get there. And I think that's what people outside the sector don't so much understand. It's not that we're, you know, going and teaching them something it's almost condescending then, right?
100%.
But then we go, you know what? The outcome is that you can get on stage and perform in front of people. The outcome is you're going to get, and it's not just a few local people. You guys are performing at Relay for Life. You have it is a genuine performance. Do you know what I mean? It is a genuine outcome. It's just you've adapted that support to be able to get to that outcome, right?
Exactly. And that's the thing. Like, people that don't work in disability, they just think that they're like, my students just aren't capable, or no one can work as hard as people that are typical. But if you just like put your heart and soul into it, you can, there's such amazing outcomes. It's incredible. Like, I have one student who, she's a selective mute, and she never used to talk to anyone. Like, I've worked with her at a support, like a disability service, and at my dance school. And when I first met her, would not say a single word, like would not talk to you, would not even look at you. But then just working on her social skills in the dance environment to make new friends and talk to her on how to do different kinds of things. She's talking and making sentences and just is like singing on stage now. It's just incredible. It's just, I don't know, if you just work hard and make sure that like you adapt how you do things to suit your students, anything can happen. You can just make it work.
That's so, coming from like that dancing background, it must be so fulfilling to, I guess, see that dance was the catalyst to bring someone out of their shell. Because people outside of dance wouldn't understand that. I know with motorsport, for me, it's like I understand that transition and something that's a sport or passion or hobby or whatever being your vehicle to get there. But then seeing that, it's like people go, no, dancing didn't help someone talk. But
dancing is so beneficial. It's just so beneficial.
I've been wanting to dance for ages.
I can teach you. Teach you a few little moves.
Give me a 1, 2. I'm dying to learn.
We'll do a reel at the end of you
I was
learning
we forgot my game at the beginning first. So
we'll go back to it.
We'll go back to that. We'll come back to my game. But then also I was going to ask, what's your favourite cheerleading move?
Oh, stop it. That's a good one.
It's got to be the one where you get thrown in the air, surely.
Obviously. Love being thrown in the air. Oh, my gosh. Chuck me around. Chuck me around.
Not only hands, I promise.
Stop it! That's so funny. Chuck me around everywhere, too. Oh, I love it. I love jumps. Like I just love big jumps. Like teaching my students how to do like big star jumps, and then one day hopefully get their legs like even high off the ground, so it makes like a little straddle, like a big like middle jump. They're my favorite.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's so cute.
And so, what's your favorite? Is it genre?
Yeah,
that
genre.
Call it? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite genre to teach?
I love jazz. It's just so
What
much
is jazz?
fun. It's like what you kind of see like pop stars doing and like what you see on TV, like really just like fun, groovy kind of moves.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it because you like if you pick a song that's very popular, the students go crazy, and because they love it so much, they get really into it and feel it. Yeah. Oh my God, they're obsessed with Taylor Swift. And I hate Taylor Swift.
Her boyfriend just won the Super Bowl.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I think I missed that. Did that happen?
Yeah, crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wild.
All because of Taylor Swift. That's why they won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
All because of Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Travis Kelce was nobody until Taylor Swift.
I didn't know
no
who
idea
he
who
was
he is,
until Taylor Swift,
Oh,
but
yeah,
I don't like Taylor Swift.
Oh.
Controversial.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super controversial.
Yeah.
What is the hottest song in your dance studio?
Oh, it's
What is
it's from Trolls, and it's Do you remember?
Oh,
The
yeah.
21st of September.
Fucking
They
going
love
on.
I'm just waiting
Both
for
moving in unison to.
They
Wow.
love that song. They froth over Trolls, froth over T Swift. They love Justin Bieber, Hannah Montana High School Musical, like all those things. Yeah, Mamma Mia, obsessed with Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
The amount of times I've watched Mamma Mia.
Oh, same.
I belt out High School Musical at the gym.
Yeah.
I was at the other day, it was like 5 a.m, so there's only like a couple of people there, and I was like, all right, but I'm listening to it through my earphones. So I'm just there singing along.
How
and
does
then
it
Justin's
go,
got it
Chris?
on I'm not doing it.
No, go on.
I don't
Watch
even,
the vlog.
I've
If you
never-
watch a vlog, growing up with Chris on YouTube, you can see me singing in the gym with no music. So I was just belting, and Justin started recording, and I was just belting out.
Oh,
I
that's so
don't even
good.
know the song from High School Musical.
We're breaking free.
That's the one. That was the one.
What is it?
That's it. I see what you're doing. I'm not going to fall for
say it
that.
again.
I'm trying. Yeah. Okay, cool. And so you teach jazz?
Yeah.
What was the other one?
Yeah, so I teach jazz, pom with the pom-poms.
Okay.
Hip hop. I've now got a tap teacher, and she's teaching tap to our students too.
Cool.
And I also have a singing teacher, and she does vocal work with our students as well.
And is that all of your genres that you were like that you dance professionally in?
Yes,
Yeah.
yep. So I love tap, but I hate teaching it. So I was like, I can't do this. Like I don't really know like the terminology about tap, like anything like that. And I really wanted like the best of the best for my students. So I thought, okay, I'll bring in a tap teacher, give her some training on how to be inclusive in her, in my studio, and she's been amazing. Like so good. And it's
So good.
Yeah, it's good that she also has had like a really good background and experience in dancing. So I just had to really teach her and help her understand, working with people on the spectrum and different types of disabilities and like how to cater for everyone.
So what would be like, let's say for example, if someone wanted to open up a dance studio tomorrow, or some other sort of activity based program, what would be your like top 3 tips for working with someone with a disability?
Oh, good question.
Yes, I know.
Good question.
Probably put you on the spot, but
yeah,
whatever.
no, that's good though. That's good. I need to be
But you
wired.
would live and breathe it every day.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what are the top 3 things that you would consider when you go in to teach somebody?
Like I honestly, it's probably just like so cliche, but just like have fun is like the main thing. Like they're just there to have fun and just to feel included.
But aren't we all go into an activity-based program to have fun?
You're right. Exactly. Literally, like I do dance as well, just like on the side, just fun little dance classes, and I go for fun because like I enjoy
My
it.
partner doesn't, but I certainly do. I drag his ass along.
And I think another one is just be patient. Just really like understand that our students are there and they will listen and they will understand everything you do, but it will just take like longer to process things, and longer to reach like dance goals, but just being patient is just probably like the number one thing.
Nice.
Yeah. And another one.
I did ask for 3.
Yeah, you did ask for 3, and I've given you 2. I'm struggling with that.
2/3 the way there.
Yeah.
Check my math on that.
You bet. What is it? I'm actually. Don't ask me. I never finished.
I'm struggling. Have fun. Be patient, and I guess I would say just to have like lots of different strategies on how to cope with different situations, if that makes sense. Just really make sure you have everything down packed on, okay, if a student runs out of class, what are you going to do? If a student is having a bit of sensory overload because the music's too loud, what are you going to do? Just having very different like coping strategies to help the class run smooth.
Yeah, I love that. I love
So basically, if you are a dance studio with absolutely no experience in the disability sector, hire someone that has that experience or go get some. Don't just think that, I'm a dance studio, I can now become an NDIS provider.
Yeah, no way. Oh, that makes me...
Oh
my gosh. Because it's a completely different ball game. Like teaching a mainstream class and teaching a class of people with disabilities is so different. It's like you're putting on a show. I pretend that I'm like on a TV show and I'm just like performing and entertaining, whereas in a mainstream environment, I was very much like, all right, we need to do this, go kind of
You
thing.
sound like a way funner person in your current job,
Yeah.
as FYI.
Yeah, definitely. I know.
like
I was a bit crazy. I was like, you gotta do this. I was like, you guys are shit, do it again. Now I'm like,
That sounds like
I
a
love you all so
terrible
much.
time.
I know, yeah. That back in the day, she was a bit crazy, but yeah, very, very loosey-goosey now. Very, yeah.
Keep going back.
I know.
Friday wines. I have another couple of questions, but before we go any further, let's do your game. What game did you come up with?
Oh no, I didn't really have a game, but I have a question. How does that sound? Is the question okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that what we do? We ask questions.
Yeah, the game. Shut up, Chris. Anyway, my game was my original game that I asked my team outside to get me a game, and she came up with this actually a dance game.
Here we go.
But I don't think we can play it because the cameras won't allow us to get up and move around and get it. But maybe we can get it afterwards. Can we play that game afterwards? It's called Apple, Bananas and Oranges. Have you ever heard of it?
Oh my gosh, I've heard of it, but I don't know
We're going to be
how to
complete
do
dickheads.
it.
It'll be hilarious. But
Yeah,
anyway,
insane.
okay, my actual question was, what is your favourite quote and why?
Ooh.
Do you like it?
I like that.
That's
That's
a
good.
good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Oh, I've got a lot of quotes in my head. To be honest.
Only one.
Brain is just just ticking over.
Yeah.
Ooh, I always say, I know I've said this word so many times today, but I always say patience is a virtue. I just swear
My
by
mum
it.
says that gives me trauma vibes.
Yeah, I know, yeah. My mum used to say it to me, it's like, shut up, like, what are you saying? But now I understand, like, I get it. It just makes so much sense just with what I do, and like, you just have to just be so calm and just so content and just know that it's gonna happen with time. You just can't rush anything. Like, no one's perfect. No one's perfect at anything. You have to go through the processes and go through the ups and downs to get to where you need to be. And I just swear by patience is a virtue. Just like trust the process.
And also, patience can serve you in all aspects
Oh,
of your
yeah.
life, right? Like, it's
Yeah.
not just at work. I mean, you need a whole bunch of it there, but in home with your kids,
Yeah.
in life. Like, if you can manage your state and be patient,
Yeah.
you're way ahead of everybody else.
Yeah.
I know somebody, she happens to be my mother,
Mom.
who like flies off the handle. Please don't listen, Mum, I hate me after.
Yeah.
My dad was
mums.
listening the other day. I'm way nicer to him. No, I'm just joking. But you know that, like, you know, when somebody just flies off the handle, like, you just go, oh God, that's so much. You know what I mean? So it's so much easier to deal with someone who has patience as well.
For
Right,
sure.
I really need to either cut that out or make sure she doesn't listen to episode whatever number this is.
Noted.
Yeah.
Your one. You go.
Oh, okay. All right. I wrote it
Oh,
down.
she's all pre-prepared.
No, look at you with the pen and the paper.
Look, I have questions. I have to do get the game.
Yeah, I'm excited for this game.
Yeah. So mine was, and I have this on the wall in my office, is good things come to those that hustle.
Oh, I
Right?
love that one.
And I always say that, like, if you think that you're going to make it anywhere in life without doing the fucking work, it doesn't exist, right?
Yes.
So if you're looking at someone who's successful in business, in life or whatever, it's because they've done it.
Yeah.
They've done the hustle, they've done the work, you know? And I also like that you can use it like a ... Like good things come to those that do good things.
Yeah.
Those things come that people that give back, you know, like et cetera, et cetera. Like it could be, the last word can be shifted, you know, like in so many different ways. But
I love that.
fine.
Yeah, good one.
Beat it, Chris.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, mine's just going to be a Bible verse.
Oh, cute.
Yeah,
Go
I
on.
like that.
Yeah. I've got
Can
a
that
few,
be
but
claimed as a quote though?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
Right.
a
Only because you
Bible
put it in inverted commas, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no
There
idea. No, I have it tattooed on me. The Deuteronomy verse. And basically it just says like, be strong and courageous. Yeah. And then if you are, and trust in God and he'll go to war with you.
Mm-hmm.
So
I love
that's, yeah, just be strong and courageous. And yeah, I guess if you guys want a mainstream quote,
No, that was fine.
No, that's
Okay.
really nice. I like that.
I like how deep you got just then.
Yeah.
no, not really. I could have gone much deeper, but no. I think,
The floor is open if you want to go
Yeah.
No,
take
no,
take
no.
the wheel.
No,
Go on
if
to
you guys wanna
OnlyFans
see-
if you make
if you guys
Oh,
wanna
there's
see-
this.
if you guys want to see a vulnerable version of Chris, go watch Growing Up with Chris on YouTube.
Plug it.
Yeah, he loves
Like
he
and
loves a
subscribe.
plug. He
Yeah.
loves a plug. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like that.
Yeah, it is nice. What is it? Be
Be strong and courageous.
strong and courageous.
And then like trust
so
the path.
basically,
Yeah.
be strong, be courageous, do the fucking work,
Yeah.
and have a lot of patience. And
Yes.
Yeah.
You
and
made
you
it.
can make it in the
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah, in anything. Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what is a good one? That I think if you're the smartest person in the room, then you're in the wrong room.
Ooh.
That's a good one. Always
Good
be looking
one.
for. I always doing that. I'm always looking for the
Yeah.
most amazing people I can
That
be
must be
around.
why you hang out with me so often.
Genuinely,
I like
seriously.
that. Yeah, that's a big
No,
compliment.
really, like, no
I
shit
take
there.
it. Yeah, I like that.
I'll take
I find myself like I'm so competitive in my own head.
Oh,
Like I
yeah.
always need to be the best, and like I will always in a room, like I'll always pick out who I think's the best, and then I try and be like 10 times better than just in my brain. It's like I don't know. I always like need to like just one up myself in like every aspect. Even when I was doing disability work at a service provider, I was like, okay, who's the best here? Like I want to be like one up. Like I always just wanted to, work
And that's very
hard.
evident if you've been successful as to why.
Yeah.
And do you think that comes from the fact that you're a professional dancer?
Yeah.
Because it's
I've
that
never been a
compe-
professional dancer.
Yeah.
No, but there,
Competitive.
like, I'm sure if you look back, there is some sort of like
Oh, yeah.
element of
Competition.
Yes.
Yeah, I did sport. Like, so-
Yeah.
and
Always.
That-
And oh, sorry, you go.
no, I was going to say Michael Klim said the same thing at the retreat. He said like all the businesses he's launched, everything else he's done in life has been successful because he comes at it with that absolute unwavering obsession with getting it done.
Yeah.
Which you would if anything you're doing at a professional level, anything you're doing at a high level, someone is going to outwork you. If you don't
Yeah.
outwork them, you're not going to beat them.
Yeah, 100%.
Work always beats talent. Talent can only take you so far.
Yes.
100%.
Exactly that.
We're getting so many golden nuggets
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
I like
Who came
this.
up with that quote game? God, she's a genius.
Yeah. Legend.
All right. So my questions.
Yeah.
I have two.
Okay.
My first one is, what other outcomes are you seeing for your participants rather than just like, oh, they're getting better at dance? Because it, like we just said, like you
Yeah.
have that mentality and applied in so many other ways. Tell us
Yeah.
some cool stories.
Yeah, so that first student of mine, she is now stringing sentences, talking, like really. She used to hate going out, but she went to a Pink concert on the weekend.
Oh,
like
wow.
it's just insane. Yeah. Oh, you have something to say?
No,
about
no,
Pink?
no.
Oh, you got another question? Go. Yeah, like
I've never seen him write.
yeah. Whoa,
This
it's
is-
that pink
good.
pen.
It's the
Yeah.
pink pen, isn't it? Oh, I love these
You
things.
can
know.
fucking do this.
I'm obsessed with that.
They're mine.
So
I know.
good. I
I'm
want
one hell of a woman.
Stop. Where
No.
did you get these from?
I'm sure it was an Instagram thing.
Boy, how good are Instagram ads?
No, they are terrible. Like if you look around you, I guarantee everything in this room is something
It's
that
from
I've
an
got
Instagram
conned
ad.
with on Instagram. Actually, it works pretty good though. But I'm a sucker
A
for an
lot of
Instagram
cables.
thing.
Yeah.
If
a lot of
Instagram
cables.
ads are listening,
Yeah.
please give us something that amalgamates all chords into one, so we just have one.
Yeah.
I've got
Oh,
one.
you've got one of them?
Yeah, it is one. Yeah, but I don't know if it would quite amalgamate the amount of chords we've got in the room, but
What?
Whoa,
lot of
yeah,
chords,
there's
yeah.
a lot of chords.
Yeah.
No, but
There is more chords than there is tissues in that tissue box.
oh, for sure. Oh god, that's
chocolates
So
in the chocolate jar.
yeah.
No one can even see what we're
biscuits are
talking
looking a
about.
bit
And they're
low
listening
too.
as well. And people are listening going, we can't see these fucking
What's
tissues.
going on?
All right, cool.
Back to outcomes.
Sorry, yeah.
Back to pink.
Yes, back to pink. No,
Yeah.
even for example, my singing students. There's a lot of my students. Just don't have very good diction when in their speech, or they slur a few of their words. But since they've started really practicing like vocal warm-ups and really understanding lyrics and learning timing and rhythm, their speech has just become so much more stronger and prominent. And their parents would come up to me. Yeah, their parents would come up to me and be like, oh, so-and-so, his voice just sounds so much stronger, and his sentences are so much more clear, and you can understand what he's saying more so than what it was last year, which I'm like, what? Like, it's crazy that I'm impacting like this little like vision that I wanted to start and I've started is just like impacting these people's lives in so many different ways. I just think it's incredible. Like,
That's amazing.
I just wanted to teach my kids how to kick, but now they're speaking way clearer. Like, it's just
wild,
so cool. Yeah.
That is so cool.
Are you finding like any like increase in their informal supports and things like that? They're starting to build relationships and hang out outside of the studio?
Yeah, it's insane. Some of the parents, they come and sit and watch the classes just in case anything happens. And a lot of the parents have formed really nice friendships with each other, which means now the students are forming those friendships too. And they're like starting to hang out outside of classes, which is amazing. And they've been saying to me, oh, like, Zoe, we'd love to like have you do like some private client work and like take a few of the students out just to hang out together and just create more of those fun experiences with them outside of a dance class, which is incredible. Like they, forming those friendships in my school, and now they want to do that outside as well. I just think that's sick. Like it's so cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's 2 boys in my class.
I love that she's like, it's sick.
Yeah, it's sick.
And she's not from Penrith.
No, I'm from the Shire. Like,
Shire.
absolute down south. But there's these 2 students, 2 boys in my class, and they didn't know each other from a bar of soap, and now they're best friends.
Aww.
And now they're doing a little duo. Tonight, actually, we're doing a duo class together, and we're teaching them a routine to do in a competition, so they could get little trophies, little medals, and say that they did it together. Like, it's so cool.
So cool. When's your next concert? I want to come.
Oh my gosh. Well, our competition's in June. Our first one's in June, and it's at Homebush, actually, at Sydney Olympic Park. So and it's like this huge auditorium with thousands of schools everywhere. So can send you the deets for that.
Please.
But our concert will be at the end of the year.
Okay, I'm there.
Yeah,
I want
come.
the details for the
Absolutely.
concert.
Yeah, I'll flick you an email.
Yeah, I'll even MC the event.
Yes. Can you MC
trying to-
the event? I will. I'd
And
love
she said,
that.
oh, MC it. And then she's like, R2, send the speaker fee invoice now.
No, not at all.
Always on the cell. And I'm the bad one.
God. No, I would love to be
absolutely.
there.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll send you all the
Please
details.
do. Yeah.
Awesome.
I think it's a vibe.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Do you have any other questions before my last question?
No, nothing.
Okay. All right. So that my last question is around the second studio. So if we go and talk about, so a lot of, you could probably answer this too, Rach, but we'll start with Zoe. So when you decided to go from one site to 2, it takes those first clients and things you got, you probably had relationships with them, as it would have been similar for you for the first couple of SIL participants. So then going and starting into a entirely new site, you've got all these new overheads. You're going to have to form new relationships in new areas. So I guess how did you balance that? Like I know, did you go, okay, maybe we'll pre-sell some spots, or I've already got some clients that travel from the eastern suburbs. What were the things that you did to sort of minimize the risk in opening a new your second site or venue? And how did you know that it was time to do it?
Yeah, good question. Well, I really I love the eastern suburbs, and when I first moved here, I lived in the eastern suburbs, so I knew a few people on the spectrum out in that area as well as in the Shire. And so what happened was Performability, who I've been trained under, Miranda Heyman, shout out Miranda, she's taught me everything I know. She owned Performability out in the eastern suburbs, and she lives in the Central Coast, and she offered for me to take over and turn it into IAPA but still run performability classes. So I thought this is a perfect opportunity, because I did want to reach out and branch out into the East, and also to already have clientele was just perfect. Because
sorry, before you continue,
Yeah.
another great example of connections.
Yes.
And
100%.
how if you have connections in your space and network accordingly, that it can bring opportunity,
Yeah.
right?
It's
Yeah,
about who
sorry,
you know.
I-
No, good one though. And like she said, we have X amount of students. Like we don't know if they're all going to come back, but I think it'll just be a good start to just see who comes and then just grow from there. And we actually combined our the studios together last year for our concert. So I got to meet a lot of the students that were there and build those friendships and relationships with the parents and the students, so I could know and see who I was going to be working with. So that made the process quite easy and smooth. But then again, there's also fresh new faces who I've never met before, and it's daunting, because it's like starting all over again, and the nerves were high. All the students are completely different to each other, and the programs are different from what I run in the Shire at the East as well. So it's very much, it was hard the first couple of weeks just starting out, because I was like, okay, I know these students, but they don't really know me. So how am I going to get them to become comfortable with me, and how am I going to bring the best out of them in such a small period of time so far? But it's gone really well. We've got like 15 students out there, which is great. So, and I've been getting heaps of inquiries just like every week too for more people to come and trial. So already being established as a disability studio out there was very smooth, but coming in and being what's the word, just being a friendly face to them and making sure that they understand my way of teaching compared to Miranda's is similar but different was, quite a hard thing to do, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. And so if I was, and I don't know if you had any more questions, but I was like, so what's next for the dance studio?
Oh my gosh, I would
Give
love...
us your 5-year business plan.
Oh my gosh, yes, please. Well,
2, 5, 10, the marketing strategies, and
Yes.
so any dance provider listening can follow.
Can
Just
follow
a year
on.
behind.
I would love to have open up another base out in the West. I feel like there's not a lot out here in terms of like dance, inclusion in dance. So I'd love to get something out here. I would love to get them to dance at Dreamworld. There's opportunities for dance schools to go to Dreamworld and dance, and I've contacted them recently, and we're going to try and organise something. So that's for next year, hopefully to get that ball rolling. There's also a company called APAT. It's like the Australian Youth Performing Arts Team, and they take studios and take them overseas into Disneyland and Disney World, Universal, and dance there. So I'd love to give my students those opportunities to just have what was so accessible for us at mainstream schools, like just to give that and make them have that easy accessibility of being able to dance in Disneyland and being able to dance overseas. Like that's incredible. Like they would never have thought about that in their wildest dreams, but to know that I can provide that for them one day. Yes.
That's so
incredible.
good.
Yeah. That's the goal. That's
Awesome.
Amazing.
What about you, Rach? How did you know when it was time to open the second one, and what sort of safeguards did you take to de-risk? Because otherwise you could end up 100 grand deep into a still house before you even get a participant. So how did you balance that when you're smaller with limited
I suppose I was in a very fortunate position that I was already running. Well, I've already done it for my entire career, so I knew very much how to do it. After the first one, it was almost like just replicating the same sort of systems, processes that I'd already instilled. I'm all about building the foundation, so it was just about doing the same thing, like not the same thing, but building the same foundations over again. Again, I was in a very fortunate position that referrals just organically came to me. And I suppose similar to what you do is because they know that you're the best in what you do and in your space. So if you, and that's why I say to everybody, if you just go out and do the best work, the work will come.
Yes.
Right? Because, so I've never sort of struggled with the referrals only because, you know, we've got a really well-known name in the space now, and we do one thing similar to what you do, and we do it really well, which is why I always talk about niching as well. So there wasn't a great deal of risk in it for me.
Yeah.
It was
Just the next evolution.
It was the next evolution.
You set yourself up for that though. You worked so hard.
Yes.
Look at the outcome. You
Yeah,
know? Like that's so
exactly.
cool.
I guess it was the same for us with the second provider retreat that we did. People were like, oh, you know, for the first one lost your money, whatever, and go, but I don't need to advertise for the second one because we had 700, 800 applications to the first one and we had 30 spots. So we didn't even get half the way through the list.
Yeah.
But so I knew that there was still another 400 potential people that would be good enough to attend. We still opened it up and ended up with over 2,000 applications.
Wow.
But that was, I think you're right. It's you know when you know. I know that doesn't offer much guidance.
I know,
does
and
it?
I always say too, like in business, like I think the reason why I've been so successful and what I see, you know, in the businesses that I coach and also in other businesses is you have to be risk tolerant,
100%.
right? Like I thrive in chaos. Like I love that shit, but it's not for everybody, right?
Yeah.
Like so, you need to be willing to dive in. You know, to dive in the deep end and take the risk, and you know, and watch it pay off, and that builds your confidence to take the risks again in future.
That's what I was going to say. Once
Yeah.
you get it right once or twice, you're willing to risk everything. Because if you fuck it up, you go, oh well, I'll start again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? A lot easier for me to say because I don't have kids or anything like that, so I can obviously take more risk. But
I always say that, right? Like, take it all away. I still have my beautiful children. I still have my health. I still have my family. I still have my wonderful friends. Like, my life is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
That's it, you
know?
Absolutely.
Like, so,
yeah.
and then in my business, I get to live my passion, purpose, and fulfill my life even more so, and get to live and do what I love every single day. I mean, how fucking cool is that?
yeah, well, 100%.
You know?
Like,
Sick.
take everything. I still work with the best people. This morning, I went and had some breakfast with Greta, who's Greta is a participant who has now become a trainer. So she trains providers on how to be really inclusive and person-centered and stuff like that. Then I get to sit here and talk to people doing cool things all day. Like, what more do you need?
100%.
Yeah.
My last part of wisdom that I will leave for people that go, okay, I don't have any networks or I'm not getting referrals organically or stuff. Something that you can do is something like trial things, right? So if we use Zoe's dance program as an example, coming out to the West, what she might do is might partner with the gym over there or partner with Rachel and go, okay, every Wednesday night I'm going to do my first class at the Alara office and then she does Wednesday and Friday and then can go and go to a studio or things. And that's how you can start to break into a new market
100%.
and partner with that. So partnerships would be my advice there. And that way it's a relatively low risk to test your idea before you go and chuck a ton of money or time into it. I would much rather, but if you do have to make that decision, I would much rather throw money at something than time because you can't get the time back. You can always get the money back somewhere else. Okay. That is it from me. Let's get some wrap ups from you, Rach. You must have 7.
There's so many, but you know what? I was so busy listening and talking, I forgot to write anything down. So I'm gonna give my 3 wrap ups. So my 3 takeaways. Yeah. And again, there were so many. You've done such an amazing job.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
You know, you should be really, really, really proud of yourself.
Thanks.
And proud of Rachel making people cry today. Yeah. And what you're doing in our sector. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
I suppose my biggest takeaways is First one is obviously, oh God, I can't even read my own writing. Huh?
Wow.
Okay, I'm going to leave that one. Okay, I always talk about niching, and I think it's something that you've done really, really well. So I think that if you have a love and passion, which clearly you do, and you can do something really well, then success is going to flow, right? So I love that you've niched, and I think that that's something that I'll take away from this conversation, and something that I'll continue to encourage people to do. Passion, like, doesn't she ooze passion?
Yeah.
Like this, I don't like. Everybody has to watch. If you're listening to this podcast, you have to go back and watch the video on YouTube, because this woman is like a vibe, right?
Oh, thank you.
She's just got passion oozing from her all over, right?
Yeah, you're putting the plugs in to try and get 2 views for 1.
Yeah,
For the price of
one,
1.
two.
Look at me doing plugs without even knowing. I'm like, so I think that, you know, it's very evident that you have passion for what you do. So passion is my second. And I loved your 3 takeaways. If you're going to do something like an activity-based service, have fun, have patience, and strategize on, you know, how you can best support the individuals that you have in your class, program, whatever. Yeah. So those are my 3 takeaways. Do you have anything else?
I don't. That was a great episode.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
That was. Okay, guys, if you have any participants that are interested in getting in dance, you can contact Zoe, links in the bio or around here. If you want to do things with Rachel or myself, our details are below. As always, we've had a great day, great afternoon.
So much
We
fun.
will join you on the next episode. See you guys. Thanks.
Thanks, Zoe.
Thank you. Thanks so much.